What's up, folks? And in today's video we're going to be talking about the elephant token and its stablecoin, which is not so stable right now, Trunk. Now, yes, I tend to post an elephant video every now and then whenever a few updates come in, and this is exactly the case today. So an external protocol has been implemented. Let's see how this will help us in our journey back to PEG. And also I want to mention and talk about something that a small model actually that I came up with, and I really hope that will bring some value and be taken seriously, and perhaps it could be something that can be used in future implementation. So let's see. Okay, so I am here in my beautiful Stampede dashboard. I have my wallet connected. Now, for one thing I failed to mention last time is that right now both APRs, so for the strong staking and the bonding in the Stampede, both of these two APRs are dynamic, meaning they could eventually go back to the levels they were at, so to 100% in Stampede, and I think up to 80% here if I'm not mistaken, something like that, when Trunk gets back to PEG. So the further we drift away, the less the APR is. So now it's dynamic. I think this is very good and very interesting, because in this case it's when the APR drops, then there's less incentive to sell Trunk and vice versa. But that's pretty good. That's one. We spoke about the raffle last time and how they change many things in order to incentivize people to enter the raffle and increase the BUSD treasury, because that's the treasury used to buy back elephant and send it to the elephant treasury. What they added is something called peanuts. It's all revolving around the elephant team, of course. So peanuts is basically you contributing BUSD and getting Trunk in return at the pancake swap price. Because right now, if you mint Trunk, unfortunately you're going to be getting 1-to-1. So 100 BUSD will give you 100 Trunk, and that's very unfavorable, because right now if I go to the price of Trunk, you can clearly see that we're hovering around the 25-cent range. Now, yeah, last time the video happened, we climbed all the way up to 37 cents, but a correction was overdue. To be honest, I didn't think we will correct that low. I thought we would stick around the 30 cents mark and then go back up, but let's see what ends up happening. That's the thing. That's something that we need to always understand, that if people buy this low at the 21-cent mark, they're gonna be selling after a gain of 50+%. That is something that we should anticipate. Unless they have bonded their Trunk, we should expect the sellers to do that. That's very normal. So minting Trunk, no, it's not a good idea. Come here, you enter your 100% BUSD, and you're gonna get whatever the price of Trunk on PancakeSwap is. So at 25 cents, that gives you 400 Trunk. And I think this is very important, because now you could argue that you can go buy Trunk on PancakeSwap, true, but when doing that, you're not contributing to the BUSD treasury, correct? Because if we go back to the original protocol, whenever you mint Trunk, 75% of that purchase amount is gonna go to BUSD. When you buy it off PancakeSwap, you're not contributing to the BUSD treasury at all, nor the elephant treasury. So by doing so right here, you are 100% giving your BUSD to and sending it to the BUSD treasury right there. And I think this is much better than buying it off PancakeSwap. Now, of course, this will give you arbitrage opportunities, right? So, for example, whenever you do that and the price of PancakeSwap is not so affected, you can reverse it and go buy on PancakeSwap, and so on and so forth. But this helps in arbitrage, and like I said, whatever matters here is growing these two bad boys. So whenever I'm growing my BUSD treasury with all the BUSD being used in peanuts. This will go back, buy elephant, and then grow the treasury to support Trunk getting back to peg. And also supporting the people who redeem their Trunk to get the redeemed Trunk at the 1-to-1 ratio. Now, it's clear that it's working. Like, look at the elephant chart, right? Like, their treasury is growing and the BUSD treasury is supporting elephant's growth, and that's the 1 month chart actually. You know, it's an uptrend. So as long as elephant grows, as long as the treasury grows, both of the treasury grow, then we're in good shape, even though the chart of Trunk looks detrimental. But that's short-term thinking, because whenever we hit that supply shock with elephant, because the more we grow the treasury, the more we are giving away tokens to the treasury and leaving them off the market. So supply shock happens, the elephant treasury grows exponentially, reflections would start to appear more significantly and pay all the redeemers and lift us back to peg. One more thing I want to mention is that whenever you do use peanuts, you're gonna get a 25% bonus that will be contributed to your raffle, because you're essentially buying Trunk, which makes you eligible to enter the raffle. When using peanuts, that's 25% extra. So with peanuts, we are boosting our BUSD treasury and eventually making it better overall. With that being said, so those are the updates that I wanted to discuss. Now I want to quickly jump into the small model that I put out that will hopefully be adjacent and parallel to whatever we talked about right now. Okay, so indulge me for a quick second. So we have 3 big treasuries, the biggest being the elephant treasury, of course. Now BUSD treasury is being left out because it's not as big, of course. Now visualize that whenever V6 comes along, you could potentially take funds from these treasuries. Now, putting an exact amount to it is not something that can be done straight off the bat, but I put in 25% out because it's substantial enough to generate a high amount of yield in return, and that goes back to what I said earlier. We have a lot of funds to use. And going forward with the proposal, taking this amount, using the general consensus of the community, and then switching that amount into other assets that could potentially farm yield in other protocols. I'm gonna go big and say PancakeSwap potentially, or we can use Elephant Trunk LPs to basically farm as well and add that and accumulate that yield even harder. And that also helps us normal holders, because we have ways to park our tokens now other than just hold them into our wallet. And everything that these treasuries are gonna be farming is gonna go back to feed the BUSD and the elephant treasury. Now, since it's a borrowed amount, it will go back eventually there. So short term, we might get hurt by the borrowed 25%, but long term, imagine getting back that 25% on top of all this yield. So I think if we keep pushing this, we might actually stay at peg if we have enough funds to go around. So yeah, that's an option. Alright folks, that's it for me today. Thank you for sticking around and listening to whatever I had to say. Now, like I said at the beginning, I hope this video brought you some external value and some clarity. And if you're an elephant and you're in Stampede, or you have bought some Trunk, I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy that we shifted a 4x from our previous peg. Our usual peg, so the dollar. But I think right now we're on the right path. That doesn't mean that it's not going to be a bumpy road. It's going to be a hell of a bumpy road, unfortunately, but I think eventually we're going to get there. And I'm sure more things will be rolling out. And yeah, also wanted to mention one more thing. A sub to the channel would be amazing. It really helps us. New kids are on the block. They shout better content, give more value, and expose this word we love the most to more people. Now, also concerning the giveaway, as I mentioned in my previous video, it's done. I'm gonna post a short. Hopefully I posted that short already before I published this video, but it's gonna all depend on my schedule, availability, sorting out all of these things. And after I basically distribute the giveaway, I'm gonna host another one. So stay tuned for that. And as always, trade responsibly and take care of your finances. This was Roy with DeFi Ascension. Thanks for watching.